David Anthony Burke, professionally known as d4vd, is a 20-year-old American singer and songwriter who has gained widespread attention in recent years for his viral hits on TikTok. Born in 2005, Burke grew up in Houston, Texas, and began creating music in 2021. He first gained prominence with his singles Romantic Homicide and Here With Me, both of which went viral on social media platforms, particularly TikTok, in 2022. The success of these songs led to a record deal with Darkroom and Interscope Records, and by 2023 he had released 2 extended plays, Petals to Thorns and The Lost Petals. In April 2025, he released his debut full-length album, Withered, which reached number 13 on the US Albums chart. Burke also performed at major events, such as the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival, where he garnered attention for his energetic performances and an attempted backflip that went viral online. He had been on tour in North America since early August 2025, and several European tour dates were scheduled to follow. On September 8, 2025, a significant and tragic development brought Burke into a serious investigation. Human remains were discovered inside a Tesla vehicle in Los Angeles. The vehicle had been abandoned in the Hollywood Hills and subsequently impounded. According to law enforcement, the car, which bore a Texas license plate and was registered to Burke, had likely been at the tow yard for a couple of days before the remains were discovered. Officers found the body severely decomposed, wrapped in a plastic bag, and not intact. Law enforcement sources indicated that the remains had been in the vehicle for an extended period prior to discovery. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner later identified the remains as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a 15-year-old girl who had been reported missing in April 2024 from Lake Elsinore, California, approximately 60 miles southeast of downtown Los Angeles. At the time of her disappearance, Rivas was 13 years old. According to the medical examiner's office, Rivas was 5 feet 2 inches tall, had wavy black hair, and was wearing a tube top and black leggings when she went missing. She also had a tattoo on her right index finger that read "She." The medical examiner listed the cause of death as deferred, as the investigation into her death is ongoing and the precise circumstances remain unclear. Following the discovery of the remains, the Los Angeles Police Department launched an investigation that included a search of a residence on Doheny Place in Los Angeles, which had been occupied by Burke. Several items were recovered during this search for forensic analysis, though authorities have not disclosed specific details about the items. Burke has publicly stated that he is cooperating with law enforcement throughout the investigation. At this point, police have not accused Burke of any wrongdoing, and no other suspects have been publicly identified. The investigation is ongoing, and the LLEPD continues to examine evidence and interview relevant individuals to determine the circumstances surrounding Rivas' death. The discovery had immediate implications for Burke's professional career. His North American tour was significantly affected, with multiple scheduled performances canceled. Shows in San Francisco, Los Angeles, at the Greek Theater, and at the Grammy Museum were removed from venue websites and Ticketmaster listings. A scheduled Seattle performance was also canceled. In addition, the planned release of a deluxe edition of Burke's album Withered was postponed, and European tour dates were affected as well, with several stops listed as canceled on Ticketmaster, although some dates in Sweden, France, Poland, and Australia remain available. Representatives for Burke have confirmed that he is cooperating with authorities, but have not provided additional commentary on the status of his tours or the album release. The case quickly drew attention on social media, where discussions focused on both the discovery of Rivas' remains and Burke's previous song lyrics. Some users highlighted lyrics from Romantic Homicide, a song that had already gained viral attention in 2022, analyzing the lines in the context of the investigation. In a 2022 interview with Genius, Burke explained that the lyrics of Romantic Homicide were figurative, stating that they were not intended to describe real-world actions. He clarified that the song's words reflect emotional and artistic expression rather than actual violence. Despite these explanations, social media attention increased significantly following the discovery, with viral posts discussing Burke's lyrics, his public persona, and the ongoing investigation. Celeste Rivas Hernandez's family has publicly expressed their grief in response to the discovery. A relative confirmed that the family launched a GoFund campaign to help cover funeral expenses. The campaign described Rivas as a beloved daughter, sister, cousin, and friend, and stated that the family was heartbroken and devastated by her loss. Media reports note that the family has otherwise refrained from providing additional commentary on the ongoing investigation. Law enforcement officials have emphasized that the investigation is ongoing and that the exact cause and circumstances of Rivas' death remain unclear. The LAPD is investigating the matter as a homicide, but has not identified additional suspects or alleged that Burke directly caused Rivas' death. The investigation includes forensic analysis of the items recovered from Burke's former residence, as well as the vehicle where the remains were discovered. Officers have confirmed that the vehicle was abandoned in Hollywood Hills 5 days before being towed, and a foul odor reported by tow yard workers prompted further investigation that ultimately led to the discovery of Rivas' remains. Burke, who remains active on social media and maintains millions of followers, has not made public statements beyond confirming his cooperation with authorities. His representatives have reiterated his full compliance with law enforcement requests. Prior to the discovery, Burke had been known for his rapid rise to fame, viral TikTok songs, streaming success, and extensive touring. He first gained attention with Romantic Homicide and Here With Me in 2022, both of which achieved significant streaming numbers, surpassing 1.5 billion streams on Spotify. Burke also performed as an opening act for SZA's SOS Tour in 2023, further increasing his exposure. His musical style combines elements of indie rock, R&B, and lo-fi pop, and his debut album, Withered, achieved commercial success in April 2025. Discovery of Rivas' remains in a vehicle registered to Burke has attracted coverage from major news outlets including Forbes, CNN, BBC, and local Los Angeles media, with ongoing updates on both the investigation and the impact on Burke's career. Law enforcement has conducted searches and collected evidence in accordance with standard investigative procedures, and authorities have emphasized that Burke has not been publicly accused of wrongdoing. The medical examiner has highlighted that the remains were severely decomposed and had been in the vehicle for an extended period, though no further information on the manner of death has been released. Social media attention has remained significant since the discovery, with fans and commentators discussing the connection between Burke and the investigation. Ticket sales and promotional material related to Burke's tour and upcoming album release have been halted or removed as a precaution while the investigation continues. Multiple European tour dates scheduled to follow the North American leg were also affected, with at least 9 stops listed as canceled on Ticketmaster. Despite these disruptions, some European and Australian dates remain available. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was last seen in April 2024 at the age of 13 in Lake Elsinore. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner described the discovery as involving a teenage girl who had been deceased for an extended period, with her remains wrapped in plastic and showing signs of severe decomposition. The presence of a tattoo on her index finger reading "She" was noted in official statements. Burke has a similar tattoo on his own finger, according to publicly available images. The investigation is being conducted with a focus on gathering evidence, determining the cause and circumstances of Rivas' death, and ensuring that law enforcement procedures are followed accurately. Burke continues to cooperate fully with authorities. While his North American tour has been cancelled and promotional activities postponed. The singer's representatives have confirmed that he is complying with requests from law enforcement. Authorities have not yet identified any additional suspects, and the case remains open. The discovery of Rivas's remains, coupled with the ongoing investigation, has resulted in significant attention from both traditional media outlets and social media platforms. The case has prompted widespread discussion regarding the timeline of her disappearance, the involvement of law enforcement, and the implications for Burke's professional career. As of the most recent reports, authorities continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the discovery, and no official determination regarding the cause of death has been made. David Anthony Burke, professionally known as d4vd, remains a prominent figure in the music industry with millions of followers and a growing catalog of viral songs. Despite his ongoing cooperation with law enforcement, the discovery of Rivas's remains in a vehicle registered to him has created substantial public scrutiny. The Los Angeles Police Department has emphasized that Burke has not been publicly accused of any crime, and the investigation into the teenage girl's death continues. Officials are collecting forensic evidence, analyzing recovered items from his former residence, and examining all relevant circumstances to determine the cause and manner of death. As of the latest updates, Burke's North American tour has been suspended indefinitely. The deluxe edition of his debut album, Withered, has not been released, and several European tour dates have been cancelled. The family of Celeste Rivas Hernandez continues to grieve while awaiting further developments from the ongoing investigation. Media coverage continues to follow the case closely, emphasizing the verified facts regarding the discovery of her remains, Burke's cooperation with authorities, and the procedural steps taken by law enforcement to gather and analyze evidence.